I wanted to get to you with this story fairly quickly. We heard some disappointing news, but if you watch the media, they want you to believe that it's disastrous, it's the death knell. Donald Trump is going to get away with everything. And that's just not the case. We know that Donald Trump is going to go on trial for election interference in Washington, D.C. In order to try to get out of that, Donald Trump went to Judge Chutkan and said, I have absolute immunity. Judge Chutkan said, fuck yourself, you do not. That's ridiculous. And it is ridiculous. So then Donald Trump appeals it to the appellate court, and we're still waiting to find out what they're going to say. But they're not going to give it to Donald Trump either. He's going to lose there as well. So Jack Smith thought he would try to do an end run around the appellate court, went right to the Supreme Court and said, would you take a look at this? It's going to end up here anyways. And they said yes. Well, then Donald Trump comes in and says, just take your time. There's no rush, as Donald Trump might do. So in response to that, Jack Smith went in and said, you know what? This is very important to the country. This is very important to democracy. Please give me an immediate settlement to this situation so we can move on and not delay the March trial. Supreme Court came back and answered that one, and they said, no, we're not going to give you an immediate answer. Now, they're trying to make this out to be that the Supreme Court won't hear it at all, and you have to go through the appellate and then to the Supreme Court. They'll ultimately have to hear it. They didn't say they wouldn't look at it. They said they won't do it today. And it's not surprising to me. Some lawyer, some special counsel goes up and says, hey, Supreme Court, I want an answer on this week. Of course they're going to say fucking no. They can't bend to everybody, even Jack Smith. People are trying to make it out that it's them siding with Donald Trump, and maybe it is to a certain extent, but I don't think that's why they said no to the immediate answer. I think that was a lot to ask of a bunch of stodgy men and women that think they're self-important and that they're more important than everybody else. They didn't like the fact that they were being pushed on the issue. That's not to say that they aren't going to give a relatively quick answer or even an answer before the appellate court. We don't know that. But everybody's worried now that the March date is going to be pushed back. Let me explain something to you. The March 4th date might get pushed back, but it's not going to get pushed back by multiple months or a year or 2 years. It'll be days or weeks. It's still going to get done. As long as this trial can take place and end before the election, I think Jack Smith will be fine with it. Don't listen to the media telling you that all is lost. It's not all lost. Donald Trump is a loss. He's done. It's over. He's going to get convicted. And to be perfectly honest with you, even if none of these trials end before the election, it doesn't matter because Donald Trump is going to fucking lose if he's the nominee. And I don't think he can handle the pressure that he's going to be under over the next year to even be the nominee. So everybody just calm down. It's not that big a deal. It's disappointing, but it's not the end of the fucking world, in spite of what the media will tell you.